and he will guide anyone as long as they pay well, especially to the places that shouldn't be visited. What are the places that shouldn't be currently visited? The guard looks at you suspiciously and shakes his head. Want to know more? Go ask the Dread. He's our boss. He should know this better than anyone. I understand. Fine, let's change the topic. I want to ask you some questions. How did you get a castle like this? Did I screw that up? Okay, nope. Simple, really. It was here even before the war. All empty. I've heard that Dan's gang, he's a mob kingpin, have gotten a whole factory near KRZ under the command. And that some people do have it all. And us here in the mountains, well, at least the view is pleasant. Yeah, a castle is a serious thing, I would say. May I ask you something else? Sure thing. What is your relationship with the Caravanserai? Hell knows. Dredd is still mad at their commandant, Makhmudov, claiming that Makhmudov has stolen the best location. Dredd wants our castle to become the main transit point here in the mountains, but let's be realistic. Our castle isn't entirely suitable for that. It's windy, walls are full of rats, there is no real road for the cars to reach here. What kind of hub would that be? That is very true. I see. Let me ask you something else. What is new around here? Nothing much, just that the daughter of the Dread, our boss, has recently disappeared. See, the cook and the daughter of the Dread, I bet you, fell in love. She is smart, and I'm not worried about her, but her father is going crazy. It's understandable. She knows this mountain pass as the back of her hand, but there are all kinds of creatures creeping around. What do you know? Let me ask you something else. Sure thing. Heard any rumors? I've heard that not far from KRZ there is a forest. People call it the Roaring Forest or the Rattling Forest. I'm not sure, but I've heard that it's quite an interesting place. Mystical, even. I wish I could see it with my own eyes, try to figure out its riddle. What do you know? Let me ask you something else. Okay, cool. Thank you, good man. He's just going to let us walk in. What a nice guy. If I have to put a bullet in you later on, just so you know, it won't be personal with you. It's just because, I don't like bullets in my skin. They're itchy. It's unsightly, You bleed all over your clothes. You got to do more laundry than you want to do. Heck, in some cases, if there's too many bullets inside you, you got to go and buy a whole new set of clothes. Alright, here's a young lady with a rusty AK-47. She's holding it right, so very, very, very good weapon discipline there. That's nice. Some people just don't know how to hold a weapon. Makes it dangerous for them and everybody around them. God, you met one of the NPCs in this game made me cringe about how they had their weapon discipline. Holding the thing, sticking it in the dirt and all sorts of other goofy ass stuff. The barrel in the dirt. Woo! I remember my dad smacked me upside the head the first time I did that with my rifle. Never did it again. Alright. It's better to talk to people during the day, so that's why I rested outside real quick so we get it into the day. Let's make sure everybody's healed. Because if we have to go into a fight in here, this is not going to turn out well for anybody. Let's do a quick save too, just in case that becomes a reality. I'm going to just do everything else. A short, tanned woman with oriental features nods at you and grabs her automatic rifle with her left hand to extend her right hand in greeting. You unwittingly answer her gesture. Oh, she's being nice. Dorub Bar Shoma Traveler. I hope that our house is in the Valley of the Winds and Robbers is welcoming you with open arms. I guess, could you answer a couple of questions for me? What an odd greeting. What language is that? More or less hospitably, but I should get going. Okay, what an odd greeting. What language is that? This language is called Farsi, and the words mean greeting to you. The devoted Bedouins of my faith prefer this word to the more common salam. Ooh, intellect checked. Bedouins, Farsi. Are you talking about Zoroastrian. I'm not going to butcher that anymore. Zoro. Okay, I'm going to try it too. Zoroastrianism. Yes, you are absolutely right. We believe that all things are created by the blessed Creator, the infinite God, Ahura Mazda. Every man and everything came out of his light, pure and immaculate. Evil in the world exists thanks to the evil spirit, the enemy of God, called Ingra Menu. He is unable to create anything himself, but he can infect already existing things with evil. For example, the power of the atom is seemingly good. It's meant to provide this world with energy, but if you put this energy into a rocket and launch it to kill people, the good will become evil. Like my husband Aziz, he was always a faithful, sensitive person, but then Ingra Menu showed up dressed as a mean-spirited dealer, Sasha, and poisoned him with his cursed drug poison. Now my beloved husband is avoiding me and our brothers in arms. He takes his poison in solitude, wastes away, withers, becomes rude and cruel. Maybe you could talk some sense into him, traveler. He is used to our cursing and begging. Maybe the words of a stranger would have a better effect. What is your husband hooked on? There are different addictions after all. It was a new drug. It was called, oh yes, it was called the Black Lotus. It's a weird and creepy name. People say that it's produced somewhere in the jungle far away to the southeast from here. Will you help Aziz? I'm here on some other business, so I can't promise anything. Let's talk about something else. I mean, you can't promise to cure somebody of their drug habit. That just seems kind of silly. You do the best that you can, and because at the end of the day, the only way to cure a drug habit is for that person to decide they want to be cured. If they don't want to be cured, not a damn thing you're going to do about it. Same with whether you're a smoker. I guess smoking and beers, they're all drugs as well. I couldn't kick my smoking habit until I wanted to kick my smoking habit, even though people that loved me were fearful for my life because it was affecting my damn health. So, just kind of how it is. Sure, but please try to help Aziz. He must be somewhere in the castle, away from everyone else. I understand. Can you answer a couple of questions for me now? Let's talk about your husband's vice. Okay. The results aren't in yet, so this is basically I'm still working on it. I want to change the topic. Could you answer a couple of questions for me? So if I didn't pass a hidden personality check, she wouldn't have talked to me. What are you doing here? I'm Irulan. My husband Aziz and I were raised to become mercenaries, to earn our livelihood by going to war. Yes, you could steal things in this game, David. You could pickpocket. That's a skill. If your stealth is good enough, you can go up behind people, pickpocket, and break into... and this works really well if your skill's high. I believe Scott Smith does this. Has his skill high enough for stealth on one of his playthroughs that he goes and breaks into everything and everything. Anything and everything, because his lockpick, his pickpocket, and his stealth are all really high enough. And also, if you have a really high luck, Stick says you also can get some unique things out of the game too. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Raised to become mercenary to earn our livelihood by going to war. When we arrived to this place, it was under the siege of a powerful king. We rescued Edward's men, helped him break the blockade, and earn our place amongst his best warriors. Well, that's quite a story, a real post-apocalyptic romance. I have one more question. That's cool that her and her husband are mercenaries and they are able to enjoy their work together. Well, until he got hooked on drugs. What can you tell me about this castle? It's been here for many centuries, but it's built from such heavy rocks that no storm was ever able to damage it. And I won't have a chance now because the days of this dying world are numbered, and soon the fire of Ahura Mazda will melt it down to be reborn. What's up with the dark outlook on life? That may not be a dark outlook to her. That may be actually something good. What can you tell me about the mountain pass of woe? It's a harsh place, but my husband Aziz and I are used to harsh conditions. We were brought up with the idea that it strengthens character. It's wise if you think about it. One more question. Care to share any local gossip? Some people say that the Red Waterfall is in fact the legendary river that makes you lose your memory if you drink from it. They are terribly long. The river is located elsewhere, but I won't tell you where. Oh, the water is unique in both of these places. Understandable mistake. Alright, let's change the subject. 3. Change my mind. Keep on talking. Nice talking to you. Arulin. Irlin. Alright. So let's come in here. Oop, what's this over here? Somebody left some money. 50 rubles. I will take it. So, can I... So, okay, here I'll show you what happens when you try to take stuff in front of people. Oops. Go away. So if I try to take all that, red text, hey, don't like kindly to thieves around these parts. So, I can't take any of that. And if I continue trying to take it, go into combat, get my ass, then I have to kill everybody in the castle. Which is a negative outcome right at the moment. I hope I don't have to kill anybody in this castle. I kind of like the people so far. Tan, bearded, and with a whole set of golden teeth in his mouth, armed with a well-cleaned automatic rifle, a thin man of about 35 greets you with an energetic gesture and invites you to come closer. Salam, buddy. So, I see that you're wandering through the castle without having met the famous Ghazi Magomed. That's no good. Give me your hand. Nice to meet you, Ghazi Magomed. Could you answer a couple of questions for me? Why are you mumbling there? Don't be shy. Ask away. Where are you from, buddy? I came up this mountain pass 3 years ago when I left my native city of Belarus. Yes, Belarus-esque. Don't ask. They welcomed me here with their arms wide open since I had my own gun and was sharp and loyal. Ghazi fit right in here. Good to hear. One more question. Third person talker. Awesome. What can you tell me about the castle? Oh wait, I forgot to barter with it. You got gasoline? No, you don't. Oh, actually, we don't have to worry about gasoline anymore, so never mind. I should stop doing that. I still haven't figured out whether we are a gang of mobsters, a security company, or a bunch of boys playing fort. Well, the most important thing is that I felt welcome here, and I see that a lot of new faces on duty here. What could be more important than that? Another question. What can you tell me about the mountain pass? The best thing about the place is that no one ever thought of bombing it, you know. Here the nature survived and not all the animals have turned into mutants. But there are cruel people here, and stones can roll down a mountain and hit you on the head. Ooh, yes. It's all about the balance. What's rumors? I heard that there's a lost army convoy untouched by time somewhere around here. They say that it has been attacked even before all the nuclear weapons came. I wonder if there's any good loot left there, or did everything turn to dust and salt because of the mountain winds? You know, that's an interesting one. A note, these are representatives of one of our mountain cultures. Chechens and partially Afghanians that left after war. Utterly hospitable until they decide to cut your throat at night. Okay. Yeah. So, throat cutting possibility if they feel like it. Gotcha. What's this? Wolf antidote, a quality antidote with many ingredients helpful to those who got poisoned in the wasteland. Okay. What the hell is that inside of it? Alrighty. A bearded man with a close-cut black hair and weathered coarse skin walks to and fro from time to time, casting an odd glance in the distance. As he notices you, he nods silently, continuing munching on his biscuit. Hello, can I ask you a couple of questions? Person, the man nods at you and takes another biscuit out of the pocket. Apparently, he has a bag full of this unpretentious food. Ask away. What's your name? My name is Jano. I see. Nice to meet you. Another question. What do you do here? I'm a sniper and an observer. I have the sharpest eye. No one sees in the distance better than me. That's a great skill, brother. I have another question. Does it feel good living in the castle? There are draughts and there's freezing in the winter. Otherwise, it's fine. Protects you from the wind and evil men alike. Alright, sounds luxurious. Have you heard any rumors lately? Some people have recently gone down the road that leads nowhere. They paid us too, so they don't let anyone else follow them. This is weird. Ask another question. Can I ask you some more questions? What are you on watch for? The man swallows his biscuit loudly, extracts one from his pocket, and gives a short and clear answer. The enemy. Do you have many enemies? What will happen when you notice an enemy? Oh, well, he's a sniper. That's kind of obvious. How often are you attacked? Do you have many enemies? Not anymore, but they can always appear a new one. This is why I'm watching. Okay. How often are you attacked? The last big attack happened many months ago, but this is a good location. Many people have their eyes on it. Alright, what will happen when you notice an enemy? I call for the guard at the gate and will block all the entrances. I'll lead snipers to the towers. This guy is not very bright. I lead snipers to the towers. Men with rifles will occupy their positions at the arrow slits in the walls. Other men will drive out the machine gun and install it in front of the gate. Someone will hide a couple of mines in the sand at the entrance. Will hold the fort. You just gave me your entire freaking defense plan. Oh my freaking god. Ooh, bricks. Love me some bricks. So maybe it was a good idea I didn't go around the castle, because stepping on landmines, that sucks ass. I really do enjoy having all my parts attached to me. Okay, so can we go... Okay, up. So her husband looks like he was probably up here all by himself doing drugs. So let's quick save it and see if we can convince this gentleman that he's going to lose a lovely wife in his life if he doesn't get his act together. Oh, yeah. Standing over like a fiend junkie, no clothes on. A sullen man with a neatly trimmed beard pays no attention to you whatsoever. He rubs his hands nervously and looks around as if there is something that only he can see. Only when you approach, he fixes his attention on you. What do you want? Go bother someone else. Aziz is not in the mood for a chat. But it's I who wants to talk to you. Do you mind answering a couple of questions? Why are you so sullen and nervous, mate? Are you well? Aziz, I want to talk to you about your drug abuse. Let's get to know the man first before we start telling him about his drug abuse. The man's sickly face turns red with anger. Shit, my wife keeps asking this. My friends keep asking this. Now I have to listen to you. Leave me alone. I'm better than anyone. Got it? Oh, okay. There's no need to get angry. Let's change the subject. Can I ask you a few questions? Okay, speak. Maybe after that, you'll leave me alone. What are you doing here? I'm staying here with my wife. Go and talk to her. She'll tell you more. I think I'll do just that. What can you tell me about the castle? It's just a castle. Ask Edward. He's been here longer than anyone. What do you think of the people here? They are fine when it sticks to their own business. Friendly, though. Ghazi and Effendi have recently had a fight. Go talk to them if you haven't already. Okay. Care to share some rumors? The man who sold me the something is obsessed with the idea that the mice in the castle are sentient. He told me that once he took a pill to shrink and go down to them, and they recruited him to find Prince Myshkin's lost expedition. Good grief! Can I ask you something else? All right, let's get back and let's see if we can help this man with his drug addiction. Son, if you're watching, drugs are bad. Eventually, they wind up taking everything from you. So be careful with that. Don't do it. And those, yeah. So Be careful with that. Yeah, we really are just lab rats for the mice. And just remember, the answer to everything as well is 42. 4-2. That's the answer to everything. I want to talk about your drug addiction. So someone has already spilled the beans to the newcomer. Look, get lost. I've heard so much preaching already that one more might just make me explode. Look who's talking. Some weak-ass junkie is threatening us. Pathetic. Shut your mouth. Oh, damn. You actually... So this is an actual talent or distinction I picked at the beginning of the game. My character is a junkie. If I take too many drugs, they're likely to get addicted. Life isn't a question and doesn't need an answer. But it's an answer 42. Morphine doctor does give me an enhancement to my intelligence and my first aid skill. So, but I'm easily addicted to any kind of medication whatsoever, and it can really suck depending on your character and depending on where you're in the game if you get addicted. Let's see. Personality, just quiet yesterday. You said tomorrow, so just do it. I have a vial of amphetamine. It drives away any addiction away in no time. So I kind of figured we might have this option, and but I carry that around for like myself. Okay, I want to see what the option for my distinction does, because I doubt we'll ever get another opportunity to actually use this. You start a long and sad story about your own attempt to overcome a drug addiction. In the middle of the tale, the man bursts into tears. By the end, swearing and cursing, he grasps a tiny plastic bag of black powder out of the secret pocket in his pants, swallows the lump in his throat, and empties the bag. See, happy now. Oh, withdrawals will kill me. Stop whining. I think you'll manage. I'll bring the good news to your wife. Good. So we were able to help him overcome the addiction on his own. He may need some help. So, a short, tanned woman holding a machine gun greets you with a nod. Dorud, traveler, what brings you to me? Let's talk about your husband's vice. My words have healed him. He threw out the rest of his drugs right away. The woman puts down her automatic rifle on the ground so she could hug you with both her arms. She throws herself at you and starts crying loudly. But these, in fact, are tears of joy. You came here as an unwelcome deva. I think that's like an angel or a fallen angel or something. But turned out to be the noble Fravashi of our family. Thank you, thank you. When the woman calms down a little, she puts some money into your hand and closes your fist tightly. Take it. Here we're making a living by doing our service, so I don't need this money. It's for you. Happy to help, and I could really use the money. Nope. Leave it. You never know when you might need the money, and I'm happy to help. You are truly out of this world. Don't you worry. Your good deed won't go unnoticed, and thanks again. Oh, no problem at all. Well, goodbye and good luck. That is definitely a reference to Shia LaBeouf. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure I'm up to 62. I'm trying to get up to 84 hours, so I can divide that by 2 and get the 42 answer there, Scott Smith. Okay, so it is like another word for angel or demon. Okay. Woo. Damn. So that worked out. I'm glad. I've seen some families torn apart by difficulties, And the fact that I was able to help them out was really nice. I'm glad I was able to do that. Challenges sometimes crop up in life that we are woefully inadequately prepared to deal with or understand. Ooh, and I can't steal that gunpowder because he's going to try to shoot my ass if I do. And he has a bunch of rusty AKs. Okay. So let's save and see what this gentleman has to say. Oh, okay. So, a note. In Iranian mythology, a deva is an evil spirit that constantly confronts good spirits. Hers. Ooh. Yeah, that's what I like about this. You know, the whole streaming thing. You get to learn so much new stuff. Especially when you play, you know, because, you know, I'm an American, so I'm used to English-speaking games. So when you play somebody else's game, you get to learn new cultural ideas and how things work in the different parts in the world. It's kind of cool. You are greeted by a thin, tan man of medium height holding an old automatic rifle in his hands. He looks around somewhat shyly and then reaches out his hand to you. Salam, brother. It's me, Effendi. I know why you're here, but listen, there are men everywhere. You have nowhere to go. Let's just talk and come to a peaceful solution. Let's see. Listen, I have no idea what you're talking about. May I ask you some questions? I have nothing against just talking. However, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Don't rush the peaceful resolution. For now, I have to go. You keep on sitting here. I have nothing against just talking. However, what the hell are you talking about, dude? The man smiles happily and wipes his sweat, drops from his forehead and lets go of his automatic rifle. The little rifle remains dangling on his belt. I'm just paranoid. At first I thought you were a killer. Just by looking at you, one can easily tell that you are a man of honor. It's even possible that you are a man that can help me solve a problem of mine. For that, I first must hear about the problem. Alright then, listen. Recently I've gotten into a fight with a colleague of mine, Gazi, pretty much for nothing. But we said some things that are quite regrettable. I was cursing a lot. Gazi kept up with me. But then I said something truly horrible. I said that an ignorant fool such as himself must have been born from a lowly father to a mother who didn't know the name of the man who she was laying with. Oh, called his mama whore. Not a good start. Your elderly companion covers his face with his hands and starts to huff offendedly. What's the deal, mister? For saying something like that, I would have... Oh, although it wasn't me who got humiliated so severely, my heart is burning with a thirst for revenge. I know, it's horrible. So... Gazi remained silent, and then he quietly said that because of my words I will be found dead near the castle walls. Then a man will come to kill me while no one is watching, and that man won't be Gazi himself. So I didn't get a chance to recognize him and run. That he is going to send someone to kill me. You shouldn't have offended him. However, his reaction is overkill. I support his decision. You earn this fate, scum. Yeah, you shouldn't have offended him that way. However, his reaction is overkill. If you're gonna have somebody kill somebody in that kind of fashion, I mean, have some step forward if you're that pissed off. You are absolutely right. Two are to blame. We both use some strong language. Why I'm the one to die? Brother, please talk to Gazi. He likes to sit by the fire down in the courtyard. Please make him change his mind about his revenge. I beg you. We'll see, but for now, I'd like to change the subject. Should I talk to him for you? It's easy. I'll be back soon. Alright. Let's do it. I want to ask you a couple more questions. Where are you from, buddy? I came from a beautiful southern city of Izbarash. Ah, life was beautiful back then, but the oil barons have driven us out of there, and then the Caspian Sea retreated, so now I'm here.